So let's talk about something that silently shapes your conversion, and most people never even notice it. I'm talking about the psychology of a confused buyer versus a confident one. Because here is the truth: when someone lands on your product page, they're not just browsing; they're processing, they're scanning, they're interpreting, and they're trying to decide: is this for me? And in those few seconds, your page is either making them feel clarity or hesitation. So let me paint a picture. A confused buyer doesn't ask questions, they just pause, they hesitate. Their eyes flicker around the page. They're not sure what to do next. Maybe the price isn't visible. Maybe the product name is unclear. Maybe they are looking for reviews and can't find any. When all it takes is one little friction point uh, where they don't feel sure, and they're gone. Not angry, definitely not upset, just gone. They click the back button, they close the tab, and they move on. Now compare that to a confident buyer. Confident buyer feels guided. They land on the page and immediately get a sense of what is going on. The image of your product page makes sense. The product name matches what they were expecting and searching for. The price is right there, clear, fair, and honest. No hidden information. They scroll down and feel reassured. The benefits are spelled out. There is proof, reviews, photos, and maybe even a guarantee. They know what to do next, and more importantly, they want to do it. They feel good, they feel confident because every information is laid out in front of their eyes. They feel like this product is the right fit, and when that feeling clicks, the decision becomes very easy. So these two buyers might have the exact same need, they might even come from the same ad or keyword, but their behavior changes entirely based on how your page makes them feel. That is the core difference. It's not about pushing them harder, it's about removing the mental fog. You don't need more persuasion, you need more precision. Because when people feel confused, they hesitate. And when they hesitate, they leave. But when people feel confident, they move. They scroll, they read, they tap, they buy. So every element of your page, your layout, your images, your copy should be working on one goal, which is make the person feel like they are in the right place, that they are understood, that this decision of theirs will make sense. Do that, and your conversion rate doesn't just go up; it compounds. Because a confident buyer is also a more satisfied customer. They return, they refer, and they stick around. And that way, more than any hack or ad or a campaign, is how great brands grow. And here is something else to consider. Most confusion doesn't come from big mistakes, it comes from small, invisible ones. A button that doesn't look clickable, a product name that sounds too clever but doesn't explain what it is, and a feature list that's too technical, or an image that doesn't quite match what the customer expected. These are not dramatic errors, but they create a little cloud of doubt, and doubt is deadly in digital because buyers online don't ask you questions, they just silently decide to leave. They don't email to clarify, they don't message to us, they will not go on the chatbot and ask you something. They will just move on. And this is what makes the confident buyers so powerful. They're not second guessing. They feel seen, they feel informed, and more than anything, they feel safe. Clicking that add to cart button, that sense of confidence doesn't come from flashy design. It comes from clarity, from flow, from little details working together to build trust. So before you tweak your headlines or redesign your banners or change your colors, just ask yourself, are you removing confusion or adding to it? Because The more you reduce hesitation, the faster a visitor becomes a buyer. And here's the part that often gets missed: confidence isn't loud. It's not bold fonts or shouting 50% off in red banners. Confidence is quiet. It's built through smooth scrolling, clear answers, and no surprises. It's that feeling when everything just makes sense. The buyer doesn't have to hunt for sizing info or wonder about delivery times. It's all there. Like the store anticipated their questions before they even asked. That's what builds momentum. Not hype, not pressure, just a simple, well guided path that says, hey, we've got you. And when a shopper feels that, the decision becomes a no brainer. And if you have ever bought something online without overthinking it, you know that feeling, right? It's a beautiful feeling to have. Everything just flowed. You didn't stop to question anything because nothing interrupted your intent. That's not an accident. That's design. That's copy. That's user experience. And when all of those align, confidence happens without effort. So that's your goal, not to convince, not to push, but to make buying feel like the natural next step. And when you design your product page with that mindset to reduce friction and build confidence, you're not just improving conversions, you're creating an experience people actually enjoy. One, they'll come back. Two, one, they will trust. And that is a real win for any brand.